Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today I'm doing another Q&A, and I've had so many questions, guys. I'm trying to get through all of them as quick as I can. I've had loads of questions. First question was, what do I think is the best diver's watch out there? And for me, there's no question mark. If money is no object, for me it is the Rolex Deep Sea Dweller, and preferably the James Cameron edition, because there's loads of deep seas out there, but because it's got a different dial tone with the light blue to the deep blue, I think it's worth the extra money to have a more of an exclusive piece, guys. You've got to pay for the exclusivity, and that's what I went for this one, because I think it's a great watch. I think it's a future classic. What do I think are great alternative dive watches, a more affordable dive watches? Look, guys, I love the Seiko XKX. I've got that watch as well. I've got the Orient Demetri, which are like my beta watches that I go to, that I wear, on an everyday, casual, daily basis. There's got the new Seiko Turtles that have come out. Great looking watches. Loads of, the Citizen Pro Master. You can pick these great, ISO certified divers from anything from 200 to 500 pounds. They get the job done. Also, the G-Shock watches are great dive watches as well, guys, because you're getting a fully loaded watch that you can go diving with. They're absolutely great. They're 200 meters water resistant. But for me, the daddy, the godfather of the diving world is the Rolex Deep Sea Dweller. Yeah, don't forget the Rolex Submariner. I love the Rolex Submariner. Why did I go for the Deep Sea Dweller? I think everyone's got the Rolex Submariner. That's the thing. I wanted to stand out. I wanted a bit of a slightly different piece. The Rolex Submariner, great watch, one that I highly recommend. Yeah, there are other, what other alternatives would I say there are? One of the questions was, what alternatives would I say is a good alternative for Rolex Submariner? Is the Omega Seamaster, 300. Great looking watch, and it's pretty much more than half the price, and you're getting a luxury brand there, which is absolutely great, ISO certified. There's a few nice Olympic Rio 2016 models that I've seen recently that probably will, the limited edition, and I think they potentially could become a classic piece as well, and potentially in, I don't know, 10 years time they might go up in value, but you never quite know which watches are going to be, a classic as such. It's a bit like trying to second guess which cars are going to be a classic cars in the future. But yeah, and the other question was, it's a bit of a strange question, guys, that I got, was basically about people nicking Rolexes and stuff like that. There's a lot of, there's been a lot of things in the press, especially in the States, and actually in the UK recently. There was a guy working in his office. He was wearing an 18 karat gold Rolex, date just, and there was CCTV, and they recorded him getting literally mugged for his Rolex. Look, guys, look, Rolexes are really easy to sell, and I think that's why there's a lot of people. You just got to be careful. You got to really be careful where you're wearing your high-end luxury watch, because you never know who's out there, who's looking at you. If you're wearing an 18 karat gold, yellow gold Rolex Submariner or Datejust or wherever it may date, or any sort of high-end luxury watch, it's a standout piece. It's gonna get noticed, and you don't know who's out there, guys. So be very vigilant. Wear your watch maybe in a place where you're not likely to be mugged. That's what I would say. I'll be honest with you, when I'm walking, to work, I'm walking to Camden, it's got a mixture of working class and, high class, multi-millionaires, walking around, and you've got to be careful, because there's lots of criminal activities out there, and if I go around flashing my Rolex, and it's going to get noted, and someone may decide to try and mug me. That's life, guys, and it does happen. And unfortunately, if you buy an expensive luxury watch, there is a possibility that someone is going to try and take that off you. It's just the terrible world that we live in. It's a crazy place that we live in, guys. But I haven't done my wristwatch check. I am wearing the Rolex Deep Sea Dweller James Cameron edition. Great watch. It's not a kind of watch that you wear every day, because it's quite a heavy watch. You wear it from time to time to make you feel good. You can wear this wearing a suit as well. I know it's not a dress watch, but these the Rolex, Submariner, Deep Sea, Sea Dwellers, they have become more of a gentleman's statement piece. You can wear it with a suit. It's not low. It's a very dressed up tool watch, I think now. It's a great reputation. Loads of people are wearing them for informal, formal. Does it make it a dress watch? No. I really should be wearing maybe my Rolex Poi, which is 39mm, my Rolex Datejust 36mm, but I'm mixing it up, you guys. There's no certain rule of, what goes with what. Everybody's got their own opinion, so just go with what makes you happy, and what makes you happy at the time. That's what I would say, guys. And the other last one was that I got. Sorry, guys, I haven't gone through all the Q&A. I rather, there's been some requests on watches for me to review. Guys, I just want to apologise. I cannot buy all of these watches. I am on the lookout for people to lend me the watch so I can review the watch. So there may be a delay. You may not see, the watches that you want me to review straight away. It might be within 3 to 5 weeks or a couple of months by the time I get my hands on the watch. Look, guys, there's only one guy running the channel, and I work full time. I've got 2 businesses. It's very hard, but this is my hobby. I love doing it, guys. I want to give you guys joy because it gives me joy. I love watches. I'm a big watch enthusiast. Going back to the cars, there's been a few questions about what are my favorite car brands. I'm an avid Mercedes enthusiast. I've had about 6 or 7 Mercedes in the last 10 years, from AMG to the CLK to the C-Class. I'm currently driving an E-Class AMG Night Edition at the moment. I'm looking at selling the car, to be honest with you, and buying a new car. I've always been a Mercedes driver, guys, and yeah, I've owned other car brands as well, like VW, Fiat in my early days and stuff like that, but I've always gone back to Mercedes. I've been quite loyal like that. I am getting to the stage in my life now, I've got a 2-year-old boy. I need a family car. That's why I've got the E-Class. I just think it's so comfortable, and you put your foot down, it goes. It's got some real talk about it. It looks great, with the AMG sort of body kit and addition and trim. It's a very nice, very nice car. I wouldn't mind getting a 911 GT3 Turbo, something like that as a second car. I'm thinking about even maybe a Tesla, Tesla S model. I'm not that keen on it, to be honest. I like the interior, but I'm not that keen on the exterior. It's a nice looking car. I'm just not sure about electric cars. I'm not sure I'm ready for that at the moment, to be fair. But I've had one for 2-3 weeks. A friend of mine is in the chauffeuring business, and he lent me the car so I can get a feel for the car, and I did enjoy it. It's fast. It's fast, but I just can't get used to the fact that you can't hear the engine. I'm a real engine guy. I like the tone of the engine noise and the exhaust tone and stuff like that. And yeah, it was good. It was a good car. I love the Mercedes S-Class Coupe. For me, I might even wait till my son to get a little bit older, when we don't need to fit the pram in the boot, go and buy myself an S63 AMG. I love that car. I love the metallic grey, dark grey gunmetal. That's what I've got my E-Class in at the moment. Looks great with the AMG. It just makes it look like a weapon. It just gives the car a whole different look. And I'd probably go for that same sort of colour with the S-Class 63 AMG. So coupe. So the car that my favourite car brand is, I'm a big fan of Ferrari and Bugatti and Lamborghini. I love all those. I'm just like everybody else. I love BMWs as well and Audis. But probably my favourite car brand is Mercedes. I love the new GT AMG. I love the old SLR. I think they're great. They're not the best handling cars in the world. They're real muscle cars. They're like a bullet. In the real world, when you're on the road, you want a comfortable car with all the luxury features that you get on an S-Class Merc. Yeah, that's what you get with Mercedes. That's what I love about them. What do I think about BMW? Great cars as well. Why do I always pick Mercedes over BMW? I don't know really. It's one of those things. I think I just bought into the brand more with Mercedes. I think. I don't know. It's just personal preference. I just sort of think Mercedes edge it over BMW. I think basically Mercedes can get away with selling a car, for £150,000. BMW can't sell cars for that sort of price range, to be honest with you. They're luxury, prestigious sports cars, but they can't compete with the likes, in my opinion, with Bentley, you know, Rolls Royce and stuff like that. You know, you've got Mercedes, the new Mercedes, it's like based on the S-Class, the Maybach. You know, these cars are really expensive, and they go up against the Rolex. Sorry, the a bit of a bleep there. I should really edit that, but no, I won't bother. Basically, the what do you call it? The Rolls Royce, you know, Phantom and Ghost and stuff like that. Great cars. You know, they've got the 7 Series, but they haven't got a hyper supercar. I know they've got the i8, but you know, probably my favorite BMW is the BMW M6. Sick car. Love that car. If I was to get a BMW, I'd get the BMW M6. Big fan of the actual 5 Series as well. I was considering the 5 Series, and when I was buying my E-Class Merc, because I thought it's a nice car. I took it for a drive. It did feel good. It did feel like a Mercedes. I was expecting it to be a lot more hard sort of suspension, but I went with Mercedes. I went with what I know best, and that's that really, guys. But I hope that answers some of the questions, guys, on the Q&A. We've got loads of stuff going on. I am probably looking to sell my car as well, so I'll show you a little bit of footage at some point as well. And yeah, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I am on Instagram now. If you go to DTimeLove, if you look at the bottom of the link, I've got my Instagram link and I've got my Facebook link as well. Please subscribe, guys. I've got loads of stuff going on, and I'll be talking about whatever you want me to talk about. I'll try and get through all of these questions. Like I said, I'm really busy. It might not happen straight away, but bear with me, guys.